Hello everyone. We're starting the night by doing a little bit of malicious compliance today, so we're going to do 3 story reading. We just picked them up pretty much randomly and we're reading them, we comment on them, I take your participation into it, like everything that is in the chat I catch up onto. I'll try to lower a little bit the background noise because it's a little loud for these kind of video. Here we go. I altered my uniform to comply with the dress code in my employee's handbook. Honestly, it's kind of sad that the uniform does not fit with the dress code basically. So, see what it meant. Back when, now 37 female, was younger with a lot of attitude and a loud mouth. So basically when she was a teenager, just like the average teenager. I worked for a nice Italian restaurant. In my hometown, I didn't have a single issue with the management until 7 months into my employment when a male manager joined the team. He was a bit of a misogynist. He would make backhanded comment about women. He only had issue with the female staff. He rode up for some ridiculous reason, and one being opening the dock door too hard. Okay. When it was heavy steel that you had to put some muscle in to open. Fair enough. He fired another lady who was pregnant for asking to be put in a section closest to the kitchen. She filed a lawsuit and won too. Yeah, no shit. Like, here's the thing though. If your employer try to get rid of you when you're not going mentally well, or when you're not going like physically well, pregnancy could count. It is pretty much a sign that a lawsuit could be pretty easily won. That's fair. One day, I walked into work. He pulled me into the office immediately and presented me with a write-up slip. It was because I was not wearing a belt. The dress code stated if pants have belt loop, a belt must be worn. Okay, my uniform that day didn't comply with it. She literally just took off the belt loop. That's easy. The issue was that I hadn't worn a belt in 7 months, while he and the other manager never mentioned it. In my opinion, the appropriate thing to say would have been, hey, I see you haven't been wearing a belt and we haven't been enforcing it. Dress code says you must wear a belt. Like, yeah. Here's the thing. First time an employee do a mishap, okay? You just do a simple verbal warning. You're like, hey, you got to do this now. Like, it's written. You have to respect the rules here if you want to stay here. And that's it. You do not write up. You do not put something in the documentation of that employee if the employee is doing a good job but just not complying to everything. So dress code says you must wear a belt if you have belt loops. I'll give you X amount of days to purchase one before I start enforcing. I just got a straight write-up. Yeah, she did it wonderfully. Like, technically you're supposed to tell it, be like, could you do this? Here's the time that I'm giving you, and then come back with the problem fixed. So she went home and cut all of the belt loop of all her work band. Yeah, the next day, immediately upon walking in, he asked if where my belt was. I pointed out my pen and said, where are my belt loop? The employee in book started if there are belt loop, but I no longer had belt loop. Let's just say it didn't make him like me anymore. Yeah, no, but already pretty much hated you. Like, he was already picking on you at that point, so you don't have to please everybody. It's fair. This is probably what I would have come up to as well. I'm very nitpicky when it comes to rules, okay? That weird guy that when I was working in security read the whole freaking shit about my syndicate rules that we had, just so that when a boss would be trying to like enforce me to do some stuff, I'd be like, hey, I'm sorry, like article 4.10 ... When someone would like try to force me to work in a holiday where I did not want to do it, I'd be the first one to say like, okay, so you either have the choice, it's what's written in that, to make me work the 24th or the 25th and the 31st or the 1st. You have to decide which one of them, and I'm not taking a shift that is like split in between both because I can say no. Like, yeah, if you don't like a boss, you are syndicated, this is one of the wonderful places to be. But you need to be very good at your job and doing everything perfectly out of it, because if a boss got you in its visor, man, you better be even better than you can. When rule can be enforced, why are they there? It's enforceable to ask for those belts. He did enforce them with the write-up. And then, the problem got fixed. There was no more belt loop. So stupid, though. Syndicate, in English, automatically make you think of crime syndicate. So the rest of the sentence is 100 times funnier. I mean, I don't say that there was a syndicate protecting me. Yes, there was. Yeah. And what I've learned, sadly, is that when shit really happen, when something illegal happened to you, syndicates are very, very slow to work up. So as strong as you feel when you summon them, as scared as your boss might be, they are... Union in which I was, when there was something that was pretty freaking illegal that happened, when someone got cut all of its hour for no reason, they had a hard time to do anything. It's very sad to say that we pay for something that is supposed to protect us, but the best thing they try to do is to protect their own their own jobs, their union job. And you're right, Hedda, syndicate, and what I said all the earlier part was union, not the crime one, okay? Oh, wouldn't a crime union be a syndicate as well? In a sort of way, okay? People use word union, syndicate sound evil. Oh man, I love this. I love it. I love the fact that it sounds evil in English. Taking the principle literally. Okay, here there's some kind of shit that when your principal is gonna... Here's the thing. I complained about union, but it's very hard to get rid of a teacher, even if he's not doing his job. I've seen bad colleague, but I will not tell any name on in any live session. I've seen bad colleague keep their job while they should have been fired for half of what they did, okay? But we have a decent union in the teaching industry in Quebec. So here we go. I went to a small town, Midwest high school in the early 90s. Our principal was a bit of a misogynist. Man, tried to be the principal of... Man, are you misogynist against the teacher or the student? No matter which one, why? But it benefited us girls occasionally. For instance, the school dress code still allowed girls to wear hats to school. Sure, it was just an overlooked bit of verbiage. That was an holdover from when ladies still wore matching hats and dresses, but we took full advantage of the rule. We girls could be seen into class in ball cap regularly. The guys, of course, hated that we could go away with it. It's absolutely wonderful. It's shit, okay? But it's nice to know that they did it. One day at lunch, a male friend slipped his ball cap out of his back pocket and onto his head. How dare he? The principal comes storming over to tell him to remove it immediately. My friend complains that, oh man, that's gonna be a know how I identify kind of thing, and that's gonna be wonderful. So, my friend complains that I'm wearing a ball cap and that it's not fair. The principal explodes and throws out, "You can start wearing a hat when you start wearing skirts." Man, tell that to a teenager, he pops up the next day with all of his friends wearing skirt and ball cap. Watch this shit grow down. My friend looked around and made eye contact with everyone with an air shot, nodded, and strolled out of the cafeteria. The afternoon was filled with hushed queries from the guys to the girl concerning how many skirts we own and what time to drop by to borrow them. That is exactly what you might expect. Pretty sure I saw more than one teacher struggling to pretend not to hear or laugh. I know my English teacher gave us a bit of an extra time to chat before starting class. I would probably be the one making a speech in front of the class, just to organize this subtly, not saying shit, but being like, so here's the thing. What you plan to do here would be fair. This is something that could be, I would be talking in May. Could be, should be. But like, I would not be like, do this. I'd just be like, technically, it's fine. Teaching in class to my students that if a teacher does not deserve, and I have students that can like prove that. If a teacher is not deserving respect, you don't owe him respect. If he respects you, if he tries his best to teach you what he has to teach you based on the program, and like you see him trying, fair enough. He's a good teacher, he deserves your respect. But like, if a teacher basically disrespects most of the people in the class, don't owe him respect. If you can prove that he's not following what he's supposed to teach you, like you go in the program and there's nothing that he's teaching you that is in the program, you could decide to do a sit out outside of its class. It would take maximum up to the end of the day before that teacher ends up in the principal's office. The one teaching that to the kids. So this kind of thing, I'd be like, I love where this is going. We're talking about peaceful manifestation, but like in English. That would be something I would be like, this is possible. Don't do it, huh? Don't do it. It would be just so freaking fair, but don't do it. Morning, 2/3 of the male student body showed up in skirt and ball cap. Girl lost the right to wear hats in any kind of indoor. Yeah, exactly. It was worth it though to see the principal's jaw drop that morning and watch him grind his teeth in frustration all day long. Honestly, there is so many effort trying to control what the student can or cannot wear in school. Well, if you just let them take decisions, they would probably come to pretty fair and square and like respectful options according to our days and age. I love that. Peaceful protest. Thank you, Hebda. Stupid rule, look better. Yes. So let's catch up. When something illegal happened, the syndicate took a while to do anything. Very bad crime syndicates. Yes. No, it's better to do in the hairline where my sister works. The employee have to wear high heels. I'm so confused. How does wearing high heel make you a better guy waitress? I don't remember their name. How does this help you do a better job? Knowing that the employee has to walk a lot of time through the entire airport and staying up because of this stupid dress code, she can no longer walk on her right foot and have to do physio. Yes. Stewardess, I think. Stewardess. Anyway, like, how the fudge does it make you a better hair stewardess? Something like that. That's awful. That is atrocious. How's it going, by the way, Dark Green? Does not make you a better employee, makes you look better. Yeah, I know, it's exactly that. It's just that it looks like it makes you look better, and it's so relative. Like having those 3 to 4 inches higher, or maybe even 2 inches. I'm very sorry, but everyone inside the plane, out of them, is pretty much sitting most of the time. These 2 inches will not make me a better stewardess, okay? Hey, I wonder, by the way, like, if I go to do that job, do they force me to wear high heels, or is it just for the girls? And if it's just for the girls, it's even worse. They should strike. Does not for the girl. It's absurd. It is even worse. It does not sell more. It does not make you look more. It does not make you look more respectful. If anything, it's an hindrance. It is an hindrance. How can I tell you that? Like, there's a reason why there's a lot of jobs that try to force the women that are working there to wear high heels, and the real reason behind it is not for any like fudge. I'm mixing up my camera. For any like useful reason, The main reason, and you're going to be disappointed to know that, it's basically because it makes your butt looks a little bit more out there. That's it. This has no use out of like making you place your ta colonne in a way that makes you like keep your cheeks more like just so that you're able to hold straight. It is extremely stupid. They have to put specific kind of makeup. Oh, do they ask that for the man too? Like, it would be wonderful. If they ask it for everyone, that I would be a little bit less pissed by that. But I know the answer to that, Joey. Not. It's not. I think there is no guy here else to say, hey, no, I'm sorry. I know I've seen one in my life, guy air hostesses, and I do not fly often. I think I flew twice. So yeah, like, they exist. Just rare, okay? Yeah, I do, Joey. Like, they are freaking rare. They also take like guy that look kind of good in their way, like fit the thing. I'm very sorry, but try to imagine having the opportunity to work a hair host. It's an air host. It's atrocious. It's stupid. When I told my mother that all of this is stupid, she told me it's normal. It's for a girl to be prettier. God, your mom is born in the 80s. Which is maybe a fact. So sorry about this. Is absolutely atrocious. The fact that like it is so normalized that even people that are suffering from this are like, you know, it's normal. You're like, you know that you are a product of your society when even in a position that is disadvantageous and that like takes away some of your right, you're like, no, but it's normal. I'm not sure how to make sense out of this, you know? A guy wearing makeup can make him a guy wearing makeup can make him prettier. It's true. Most actors do wear makeup. When they do their scene, not all, but like most actors do wear makeup. The Joker wear makeup and he looks absolutely wonderful. That's not where we were going. The last one. Okay, I'll make an appointment right now. This sounds like when you're going somewhere and they're like, to be there, you need to take an appointment. Then you're like, okay, do you have space for me now? Like, that's the kind of stupid thing that you could do. Went into DMV, which is the equivalent of like la SAQ in Quebec, not the one where you drink, the one you drive. Transfer my out-of-state driver license. I'd already filled out the application online and had all my documents. There was one other customer in there and 3 staff members. The guard inside the door asked if I had an appointment. When I said no, but that I filled out the application online and had all my document, he said I had to make an appointment online and turned away in dismissal. Instead of leaving, I stood there and tried to make an appointment online. I couldn't figure out how to make an appointment online, so I asked for his help. After trying for a while and not being able to help me make an appointment online, he gave up and told me to go ahead and get my license, which I did. Was out of there for 10 minutes. Yeah, like... You know, do you want to know something stupid about the time I was a security agent? It is a little bit too easy to get into place when you're wearing any security agent's garment. Like, if you just look like you're supposed to be there, you open a door where you're not supposed to go, and nobody bats an eye. You're just like, I'm here for security. Do you know where you could get just by acting like you have a place to be? Like, every show you might have a chance to pass by. Every cinema you might have a chance to pass. I don't say you will be able to hold on for long, but I'm saying that, like, they might let you pass. It's dangerous to some point. Yeah, they did that, Van, and I think it's a good thing. You know what is a buck system? Like, video game buck system is just a lottery that they encourage kids to play. So it's a freaking good thing they took it off. Yeah, it will just take off players' addiction. Oh, it's for sure something that there's gonna be kid that's good even if you didn't play this game. Yeah. So the thing is, a gacha system would push people to spend a buttload of extra money on things that they do not need or do not want. So it's not really like going to a shop. It's more like going to a casino. But no matter what you win, those JPEG are worth nothing. It's decorative. It is atrociously useless. So I'm very happy they take it off for the simple reason that now kids will be able to play games without like working on their reward circuit in their head, that they gotta play more to get more boxes to be able to get more